Welcome to McGill, and I'm here today to introduce to you graduate and postdoctoral studies graduate funding. So we have four major roles here in grad funding, and they're making sure that all funding information is available to our graduate students, and that includes funding for international students, federal provincial funding, sponsorships, internships. We keep fair and transparent adjudication processes of all our centrally administered fellowship and awards from GPS-run competitions. We are able to assist in the development and modification of policies regarding graduate funding and student eligibility, both internally to McGill and with outside agencies. And always we're there to advocate for our students and support them with our voice. So there's two principal types of funding, internal and external. I'll begin with internal funding. This encompasses support distributed by the university coming from McGill Central Funds. Some internal funding opportunities require that you submit an application, but most, however, do not and are outlined for you in your funding letter at the time of admission. All PhD students receive a standardized funding letter, and you can find out more about them by following the link here or speaking with your graduate program coordinator. There may be employment opportunities in your unit, such as a research or teaching assistantship. Note that funds received for these are considered salary for employment and are subject to the corresponding union's collective agreements. Make sure that you speak with your graduate program coordinator for more information on that. Now, this image serves two purposes. It shows how internal funds from our central funds work, as all the monies come in at the top. They're allocated to faculties, then to each graduate program, and then to you in your funding letter. It also indicates how information flows. The information comes in and it gets filtered down to you. It's also the way you can receive information when you have questions. For any questions involving your graduate funding, please first contact your graduate program. If they're unable to help you, they will go further up to us and then we'll be able to respond to them. Now we have external funds. These are monies awarded to students from funding sources external to McGill. The most prominent, as you see here, are the Canadian federal tri-agencies and the provincial agencies as well. They both are offered at the master's and doctoral level. The federal agencies, as you can see, are eligible for Canadian citizens, permanent residents, and also include persons here under the Protected Persons Act. The process to apply for these is through your department. An online application is submitted by an applicant. Your department will then nominate you based on their quota to GPS, where GPS selection committees will make another selection and forward those selected to the agencies for final selection at the national level. The provincial agencies, however, do not have a pre-selection here at McGill. You will apply directly to the agency who make their decisions. Please note that the deadline for the master's and doctoral at the provincial level is the first week in October. And for the doctoral tri-agency, it is the 1st of October. Anyone who submits an application to one of the provincial agencies is required to send the application number to their unit. Make sure the foundations there are many other foundations or private enterprises that offer student support, especially in the health sciences. So please talk to your supervisor because they are a font of information for you. There are also travel awards. These can be external or internal funds. Most of them do require some type of application, and you can find more of those opportunities listed here at the web link listed here. Student webinars, most of them have already passed. However, the presentation slides are available through links on our Maximize My Chances webpage. Please also make sure that you check your email often. We know that students, as well as our offices, are being inundated right now with emails, but please do take the time to read your emails from McGill, from your unit. There could always be an opportunity there, and I'd hate to see you miss out on that. The one upcoming NSERC doctoral Q&A session is next week on the 14th. We encourage all doctoral students who are applying to NSERC to drop by that Q&A session. Come by with questions already. It's a very informative session that will be very helpful for you. The webinar for the Tri-Agencies Master's Award will be held on October 20th. The reason this is so late is because the Masters for the Tri-Agency Award deadline to submit is only in December 1. There are other opportunities for our international students than just the Quebec QR funding. By the way, the FRQ provincial funding is open to all citizenships. There is no longer a citizenship restriction to those funding, so we urge all our international students to take advantage of this opportunity and to apply. So in addition to the FRQ, we have sponsors. There could be a sponsorship for you. These are agreements between GPS and an international funding agency and would include co-funding from McGill. Sponsorships are restricted to incoming and first-year students and will usually cover your tuition, your international health insurance, and an annual living allowance. To see if we have a sponsorship agreement with an agency in your home country, please visit our website shown here, where you can find details on how to apply. Another way that international students are funded is through a differential fee waiver. Now, as you can see in this image, there's a huge difference between what our international student will pay compared to what our Quebec resident will pay. For at the PhD level, it's almost $15,000 more. So it is very much worth the time to verify if there is DFW offered through your country. DFWs come about from an agreement between the Quebec government and a foreign government, and you can find out if your country does have this agreement by going to the link listed here. Be aware the deadlines are very different from country to country, as are the ways to apply. So please check that out as soon as possible. It's never too early to think about opportunities to enrich your career. During your graduate studies, there are many opportunities to participate in an internship. An internship will help you explore opportunities in industry, and after graduation, will make your application stand out in the job market. I'll talk about the doctoral internship program in just the next slide. So doctoral students will dip their toe and explore opportunities outside of academia before diving into the workplace. As you can see, we are very proud of the doctoral internship program. 7 out of 10 of our interns are currently working in the same sector or field that they practice the intern in, as well as you can see 42% of our interns were later hired by the organization that they interned with. These numbers are extremely high. They're something, as I said, we're very proud of. So if academia is not the way you're headed, then please do take the time to contact our internships person, Alicia, and she can help you find an internship that will suit you. For doctoral students, you are eligible now to apply in course, so you no longer have to wait until you've submitted your thesis. And there's also internships available at the master's level, so please do take advantage of that. Getting paid, I think everybody has heard this by now. Make sure that if you have external funding, that you've spoken to your graduate program coordinator. If you have a Tri-Agency Award from CIHR, SSHRC, or NSERC, please contact our office at graduatefunding.gps@mcgill.ca. Make sure you include your McGill ID number when you contact us, and let us know what award you have with a copy of your notice of award. Now, to avoid delays in your payment, please make sure that you are registered for any term that your award will cover before the start of that term. Internal award recipients must be registered for both fall and winter terms. Make sure to submit any and all documentation that's required to the appropriate office. Make sure that you've updated your banking information and a current a current mailing address on Minerva, and go and visit our webpage, Getting Paid and Maintaining a Fellowship, to make sure you have all the instructions that are available in order to get paid on time. These are a list of funding web links that we will make sure that are available to you. There are other resources that have already been spoken about. Our Maximize My Chances webpage. Skill Sets have a wonderful Would You Fund It series